Hey everybody, I'm here to do another reaction video, and I'm going to be reacting to another anime video by Llama Arts. As always, link to the original video in the description box, so let's dive right to it, shall we?
This happened when I was 15 years old. My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night, since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard before letting myself in through his back door. We played basically every video game he had, from FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor. As the night progressed, we moved from video games to watching half a movie and getting bored, to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock. Anthony made a few calls to different pizza places. When it was my turn, I just dialed a few random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house. On, say, my fourth attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up, answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it. The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this. Sir, would it be alright if I borrowed one of the wheels from your car?
Wait a minute. Did I already react to this video a few months back? I don't know. I've done so many reaction videos I forgot.
My name is Bob. Really? You sure it's not Anthony?
Oh, fuck that.
It hit me like a brick.
Fuck that.
I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear.
Fuck that shit, bitch.
I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second.
Good. Get the fuck off the phone.
Who the hell was that?
Arm yourselves with pepper spray. Tasers.
I don't know.
Sharp
He
knives.
told me. Does your caller ID info display your name or something? No, it shows my dad's name. We hopped on the computer and did some research, trying to figure out how it was possible to get someone's name through their phone number. It didn't make sense how he could get Anthony's name so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites.
Bleh.
We ended up asking a question on Yahoo Answers, since no...
Really? Yahoo Answers? You went on the Yahoo browser? Really? Really? That one? You went for that search engine? Back in the early 2000s, like towards the end of like the early 2000s or something like that, there was like a controversy involving Yahoo, where people with Yahoo accounts had their they either had got their accounts hacked or had their account info leaked or something. I know this was back in the early 2000s, but I still got a fake memory of that happening. Luckily, luckily, I never got an account on Yahoo, and I don't think I ever will.
No one had a similar experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested he call his dad, but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call. We planned on sleeping in the living room, so we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from...
Does Anthony's parents have any pepper spray or tasers in the house? Because they're gonna need them.
earlier. Right after the phone call had left my mind, me and Anthony looked at each other when we heard his front storm door opening, and then the doorknob to the front door began to turn. It only was able to turn about halfway before the lock restricted it. Anthony turned off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open. There was a tall guy standing outside. He noticed the blinds moving and turned to look at me. I practically threw the blinds back into place. Me and Anthony hid in the kitchen, listening for any more noises. We heard the sound of the gate to the backyard opening.
You guys fucked
right
up.
outside the kitchen window.
You guys fucked up.
God damn it, I said. I forgot to shut the back door. Anthony urged me to run and shut it. I made it to the hallway leading to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door.
No.
I don't think he noticed me, but he was surely looking into
Oh,
the
hell
house.
no.
He opened the door and
Whole
stepped
ass.
inside.
Whole
I
ass
tiptoed to
now.
the kitchen and motioned for Anthony to follow me upstairs. We made it to his room as quietly as possible, pulling the door shut to avoid making any noise. We crawled under his bed. He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth. The doors downstairs all opened, each one getting closer to the stairs. Thumps finally began up the stairs, and he was right outside the door now. The door to the room opened. I could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud. Footsteps moved over to the closet, and then the closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps moved over to the bed and stopped. I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest.
Roll combat his
Anthony's
ass.
breathing was too loud.
See, this is why pepper spray and a taser. Well, this is why a can of pepper spray and a taser are good to have in an emergency. To whoop ass. And to whoop some ass. And then quickly haul ass while you got the fucking chance to.
I had to cover his mouth with my hand. Nothing but silence in the room now. We laid still for so long, I almost thought he wasn't even in the room anymore. I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?" He was about to answer when the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream I'd ever heard filled my ears as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed. I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I desperately looked around for anything to use as a weapon. I settled with the screwdriver sitting on his nightstand.
Yeah,
I
stab
hurried
this
over
whole
to the
ass.
man and drove the screwdriver into his back.
Yeah, stab him.
He let go of Anthony as he let out a
Okay, now it's
scream
on the whole
loudly,
ass.
giving us time to get the
Yeah,
hell out
stab
of the
him on the
house.
shoulder and whole ass.
Running onto
That's
the
it,
road
whole
would
ass.
give
Get
away
the
our
fuck out of
position too easily. It would take too long to make it to his neighbor's house. We dove for the tree line in the woods and took cover behind a bush, watching the house. The back door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the backyard.
You know, the one good thing about this is the fact that this guy can't act. Is that this intruder can't actually call the cops on his kids because if you think about it, the police would have to then ask this guy what he was doing in the house to begin with, because those two dudes did not give him permission to enter, and the parents weren't home because the parents were on a weekend away. So and clearly this guy did something to the kids that warrant one of the kids to stab him in the back on the shoulder.
He then looked out to the woods. I felt his eyes pass me as he scanned through the tree line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then, he turned his head back in our direction. I ducked behind the bush. "Joe, he's coming." "What?" "Dude, get up, we gotta run." He was right. The man was approaching us fast. How could he have seen us? We ran through the woods with the leaves crunching under us, giving away our position. When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him, hoping we had run far enough. Not even 20 seconds later, oncoming footsteps from the direction we were running from came fast. They slowed down only 2 trees away from us, as we lay face down in the leaves. Moments later, the footsteps take off in another direction. We waited until we could no longer hear them, and took off back in the direction of the house. While running, over the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing, I could swear I heard leaves crushing from behind us. We made it back to his backyard, into his house, and this time remembering to shut the back door. We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there. It was so dark, though, I couldn't
Don't
see
you dare
anything.
put the backlight on.
So I did something that seems stupid today.
No, you put the
I turned
fucking
on his
backlight on.
backyard lights, and immediately in the distance, over by the woods,
You dumbass, Joe. You dumbass! Why the hell did you put the fucking porch back light on? If a crazy maniac was chasing after your sorry ass, and your friend as was chasing your friend Anthony's sorry ass, probably because he wants to get a piece of one of your asses, then either that or probably want to kill one or both of you. Or probably kill both of you. Because for we know, this guy could have a grudge against Anthony's dad and probably wanted to kill Anthony as payback. And since you're Anthony's friend and you're there and you witnessed the murder, the guy will want to kill you too, so there'll be no eyewitnesses. And for you know, he could have been directly looking into the kitchen window on the outside from when you put the light on. That sounded confusing. Now think, this guy who could have a malicious intent to want to kill you could have quietly snuck up to the window and could be peeping in through the kitchen window just as you put the light on, and then you'll be able to see his ugly mug.
I saw him, standing in front of a big tree. He turned off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened. Do I wonder if it was somehow linked to the prank call?
Maybe.
Maybe. Does it make sense?
I don't know.
Not really. But yeah, this was the story of how me and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
Yeah, seriously. Why the hell would you be dumb enough to put the backlight on after getting back into the house when you were just chased by some crazy ass person who could very well be looking directly at you through the kitchen window? I'm telling you, some of these people be playing too much. You know, the weird thing is, I do not even want to know what some of these people are doing. I don't even know why some people actually do something like that, like do prank calls like that. Because when you prank call people, you can get. Because like some kids would actually do something like prank call a pizza place, or something like Pizza Huts, for example, and could make like 4 or 5 different pizza, or they might prank call something like Pizza Huts like 4 or 5 times. Each time they phone up Pizza Hut, it'll be a different order for a different address. Same thing with like Donald's Pizza or Papa John's. Some people might do that with something like heck, some people might even do that with something like some people might actually try prank calling the emergency number, which would be dumb. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this reaction video, and I do apologise for rambling on like that. The link to this original video on Llama Arts' YouTube channel is in the description box. Give this reaction video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe and comment and whatnot, and until next time, goodbye for now.